the lies about crime. Let's tell some truths about crime. Let's hear the real numbers, and then we'll take it on the other side. Here we go.
So the president wraps his remarks on crime without a single mention of the growing immigrant crime crisis happening in this country right now.
You're seeing, since Joe Biden took office, crime skyrocket.
Wouldn't we love to have a statistic where crime is down 67%? Ours is only going in one direction. And
if you listen to Donald Trump or conservative politicians and conservative media like Fox News, you probably think that we are in the middle of a massive crime wave. We are not. This week, we got new FBI crime statistics showing that in the first quarter of this year, crime is yet again down across the board. Overall, violent crime down 15% from last year. Murders down 26%. By every national metric, crime is down. Regardless of the facts here, Fox is still going big on crime. The organization Media Matters counted 403 reports about crime on Fox in just the first 2 months of this year alone. The last time the FBI released crime data, back in March, crime data that again showed another drop in crime across the board, Fox gave that data approximately 2 minutes of airtime in the first 2 weeks after the data came out. Fox only mentioned the declining crime rate 7 times in those 2 weeks, and one of those mentions was this one.
New data from the FBI claims that the U.S. crime rate is dropping. Let's look at this graph while I stab you.
Given how much elected Republicans and national conservative media are pushing the narrative of a staggering crime wave, despite the facts, it sort of makes sense that Republicans believe there is a rise in crime when really there isn't. But the thing is, it's not just Republicans who believe that. Recent polling from Gallup shows that 77% of all Americans believe there is more crime in the U.S. today than there was a year ago, despite, again, the opposite being true. Crime went down this year and crime went down the year before. We are in the opposite of a crime wave. So what gives? Why do so many Americans think that crime is up? Well, there are probably a lot of reasons, but there is one reason that does not get enough attention: local news. In 2019, one of Seattle's local TV news stations, KOMO News, put out this documentary entitled "Seattle is Dying." It depicts Seattle as a city in decline because of rampant crime and homelessness. The Seattle Times newspaper was quick to refute the documentary's assertion that Seattle was dying, pointing out that both property crime and violent crime had been dropping in Seattle for decades. And KOMO News, KOMO News, isn't some independent, wacky outlet. It is part of the Sinclair Broadcast Network, a network of nearly 200 local TV stations. As the Washington Post put it, Sinclair's recipe for TV news is crime, homelessness, and illegal drugs. Journalist Ann Nelson told the Washington Post, Sinclair plays up crime stories in a way that is disproportionate to their statistical presence. Or as media critic David Zurowick told the Post, it's a Fox News wannabe. That's their model, a political tool rather than a journalistic platform.
A political tool rather than journalistic platform. And that is something we have to rid ourselves of. This is our airwaves. All the different airwave, the signals belong to us all. That they can use that to mislead and lie to people should be something that no one should be able to do. So it turns out again that the Republicans they're going to fight. They are going to fight a battle with Biden, Trump versus Biden, on a lie. The question is, can the lie hold out long enough before people realize they've been had? They're lying about the crime problem. They're lying about the immigration problem. They're lying about the economic problem. They're lying about Trump's criminality. They are built, the entire Republican political structure is built on a lie. And the problem is, when you're not getting your data from reliable sources, it is so hard to get that out. So remember, folks, when you constantly don't buy into their bogus lies, their bogus information, be the truth teller. But not only that, be the aggressive truth teller. Don't let them dictate the narrative. You do, because you have the truth on your side. So whenever they talk about crime, yes, please remember, let's talk about crime. Red states are crime ridden. Blue states are not. You want to talk about economies? Blue states have the economic engines that are supporting your red states. You want to talk about immigration? You guys need the immigration, and take a look at your peach. You're in Georgia. Take a look at your peach farms in New Mexico, and be ready. Be aggressive. Don't sit back and allow a lie to win. Just tell the truth. And the truth will run rings around the crap that they talk day in, day out. Day in, day out. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.